Melly. Welcome, everyone. All are welcome at UUFF. What a lovely gathering. This is in our teal singing book, Rising Green, if you'd like to join along. Just optional. My blood doth rise in the roots of yon oak. Her sap doth run in my veins. Boundless my soul like the open sky, where the stars forever have lain. Where the stars, where the stars, where the stars forever have lain. My hands hold the weavings of time without end, my sight as deep as the sea. Beating my heart sounds the measures of old, that of love's eternity. That of love, that of love, that of love's eternity. I feel the tides as they answer the moon, rushing on in a far distant sand. Winging my song is the wind of my breast, and my love blows over the land. And my love, and my my foot carries days of the old into new. Our dreaming shows us the way. Wondrous our faith settles deep in the earth, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green, rising green, rising green to bring a new day. Rising green to bring a new day. Rising green to bring a new day. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fayetteville. My name is Reverend Renee Jansky, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. Is everybody having a good Sunday today? Yeah? It's a lovely day outside, even though it's kind of chilly. It's so nice to be together in community with you here. Unitarian Universalism is a religious tradition that values freedom in religious thought and journey. We value connections. I value my connections with each and every one of you all, and to all of life, and to the precious universe of which we are a part. We work toward justice and hope as we journey together in community, and we welcome you, whoever you are, whomever you love at this moment, and wherever you are in your spiritual journey. For those of you joining us online, welcome. If you are new to our online services, please check out our website at uufayetteville.org for more information. For those of you visiting us for the first time, pretty please fill out one of these white visitor information cards in the seat back in front of you. We would love to connect with you and let you connect more deeply with us. And later in our service, we'll have a time where you're invited to come forward and drop a stone, symbolizing your joy or concern, into a bowl of water. And often we have joys and concerns. Your stone can represent whatever you'd like it to. If you have a joy or concern you'd like to share publicly, please fill out one of these yellow cards that you'll find in the seat back in front of you. And there's a place to indicate there if you want it shared or not. If you want to share it publicly with leadership but not share it publicly with the congregation, you can indicate that there. Now, Facebook folks, you can also write in the comments your joys or concerns, but do know that those will be public. There's no way to keep those private. If you have a need for hearing assistance, our awesome AV tech David can hook you up with that. And children are always welcome, always, always welcome in our service. But if they have a deep theological question and you need to take it outside, you're welcome in our foyer, or we have an incredible staffed nursery downstairs. Please remember also to silence your cell phones. And y'all, today is Super Bowl Sunday. And I need to mention soup bowls. UUFF, you see what I did there? UUFF has a great relationship with Seven Hills Homeless Shelter, and we have for a long time. And we'd like to grow that relationship deeper. Dallas Arsenault is our new coordinator our new liaison between us and Seven Hills, and he has great ideas for how to deepen our relationship. Seven Hills lets folks know what they need by putting a list online. And if something on that list, if there's an item on that list that's in bold, they really need it. We at UUFF want to focus on one item at a time. And what they really need is hearty soups or chilies, ideally with the easy open tops. This is what Seven Hills really needs. We will collect those. All you have to do is bring it with you to church, and we collect them out in the foyer. There's a whole bunch of cans already that Dallas and a few others have seated for us. We'd love to get it to where that's not in bold anymore. That would be great. That would be tangible help that we can do in service to our community. Friends, let us enter into worship together.
Hello. My name is Melly, and I'm going to be delivering the service today. It's a really cool one. If you look on the front of your order of service, there's a really funky word. It's called Grundsaudaag. You can say that. Grundsaudaag. It means Groundhog's Day. But we're not just going to be talking about Groundhog's Day today. We're going to be talking about ritual of all kinds. And the ritual of opening our service is important. Here are some words from Kathleen McTeague. We come together this morning to remind one another to rest for a moment on the forming edge of our lives, to resist the headlong tumble into the next moment until we claim for ourselves awareness and gratitude, taking the time to look into one another's faces, see their communion, the reflection of our own eyes. This house of laughter and silence, memory and hope is hallowed by our presence together. Now we're going to light our chalice.
Please join me in saying these words together as we light our chalice. Love is the spirit of this community, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in truth, and to help one another. Thus do we covenant together.
Singing book 194, if you'd like to join along. The words will be on the screen, and please rise if you are willing and able. Here we go. Faith is a forest in which doubts play and hide. Insight can hear the still small voice deep inside. Web of life, may this thread I weave. Strength and commitment to all I believe. Vision be my guide as I seek my way. Lead me into this tender day. Speak through me in all I do and say. Seeds of both meek and strong are scattered in air. Dignity shines undimmed by bigotry's glare. Web of life, may this thread I weave help me another day. Speak through me in all I do and say. Thank you. That was beautiful. You may be seated. Speak through me in all I do and say.
Thank you, Jory. That was beautiful. That's a new hymn for us. Kind of new. Very nice. Beloveds, it is our time in the service for joys and concerns. And here in this space, we are gathered to be together today. Here we are gathered, called to be in community together, like a family, our UUFF family. We've gathered to remind ourselves of joys and of goodness and to hold space for each other through the hard stuff. So if you filled out a yellow card, now is the time to bring it up and drop a stone into the water. And I feel like it's important to say, you don't have to bring up a card to drop a stone in the water. You can simply just do that. All the ripples from our stones today will be mingling with the other ripples from other Unitarian Universalist congregations around the globe. Jory, will you offer us some music? Thanks, Jory. That was lovely. Part of our gathered space are folks attending virtually this morning on Facebook. Virtual UUFF. No joys and concerns today? All right. Melly, would you please drop a stone for those that may not be shared? Darling Facebook attendees, we are here with you. Thank you for being with us today. Here in this space, some of us have pain. To those who are suffering today, your church community is with you. Thank you for being with us. And in the complexities of community, it is right that in this space, some come with joy bubbling in their hearts. Kathy shares, and I second, that we have our welcoming congregation designation back. Yes, it's very good. What that means is that we are listed as a GLBTQIA plus affirming congregation. And this is very exciting news. Perfect. Oh, this is an anonymous one. I'm full of joy that nature is so accessible to so many people and that we are able to explore the ancient connection in this modern society. To those who have big joys today, we are with you. Thank you for being with us. For those of you that have joys bubbling in your heart that are not being shared, Melly, yes. Yes. Drop those stones. Thank you. Oh, let's pause and just take a couple of breaths and drink all of this in. Here in this space, we are called to weave the web of community. Let's remember these shared joys and concerns and hold our community in our hearts this week. And now it's time for our offering. For me, giving to UUFF is a spiritual practice. It's not just good for the church, it's good for me. That kindness thing that we were talking about a couple of weeks ago. We give to remind ourselves that we have many gifts to offer. We give to remember that we are a part of something bigger than ourselves. We give because we believe in meaningful Sunday services and music and ritual and justice and sacred space. We give with faith that together we have enough. Let there be an offering for UUFF. Jory, will you offer us some music?
Okay. So there's only one word on here, and it's the funky one that we said at the beginning of service. Grundsaudaag. Go ahead, say it again. Okay. So Grundsaudaag means Groundhog Day, and if you were here a few years ago, you may have heard my speaking piece about Grundsaudaag specifically and the Butzemann, which we are also going to talk about today. You can find, if you weren't aware, you can find our services, most of them anyways, recorded. So if you missed something, you can go back and listen to it. Some of our older ones are just audio. I think this one is. So if you're interested in that and the deeper exploration of this particular holiday, you can go back and listen to that. Today we're going to be talking about Grundsaudaag as a holiday, but also about the importance of rituals. Grundsaudaag is a ritual that comes from Germanic paganism, pre-Christian paganism, and so it has some funky things going on that may be a little weird to those of us who are from a mostly industrial society. Lots of these traditions and rituals come from agrarian societies where being connected with your land was essential to surviving. Germanic paganism has had a revival with the modern practice of Erglawe, which is Germanic witchcraft tradition. Grundsaudaag is a holiday that is celebrated very, very excitedly in Erglawe. Has lots of vowels in it. I'll write it down for you later. I should have put it on the board, but I didn't. I'm very bad with slides, by the way. I'm 45. Slides don't work for me. It's okay. The word that I also said was Butzemann. Okay, Butzemann literally means boogeyman, or spooky man, or whatever, but it's a scarecrow. Anybody who's ever had a garden knows the issues with animals that have decided that your work is theirs too. So a scarecrow or a flash pan. Anybody's grandma ever have those? The little pie tins that they stick out there and the wind will blow them and scare the birds away. Sometimes much more effectively than a man-shaped doll. But that particular useful item became a ritual item. Walking your Butzemann around the edges of the property created a chance to have an excuse to walk your property's fence lines, to see what was happening, maybe in the places that you didn't frequent, especially in the winter months when you would stay closer to your actual house. The dictionary says, I know we all love our dictionary definitions, a ritual is a religious or solemn ceremony consisting of a series of actions performed according to a prescribed order. Rituals do not have to be religious, though. Solemn ceremony, anything that you do that causes you to pause in whatever else you're doing. Some people have a meditation practice that is vitally important for their mental health. That's a ritual. Some people have something they do specifically every time they visit a particular relative. That's a ritual. My child and I, when we travel, go through the tunnel, right? Those of you who may have children about this age may remember a TV show called Dinosaur Train, where they go through the time tunnel. He's almost 13 years old, and every time we go through, we still stop whatever we're doing and say, time tunnel approaching. This seems silly. And it is a little bit silly, but it's also important. It's a marker in our journey. It lets us know that we have traveled this far and reminds us that we have to travel this much more. On our way home, it's a shorter distance from the time tunnel to our house than it is going out. Rituals help us structure our social world, and it's how we understand time, relationships, and change. Rituals provide us a space to recognize things that ordinarily we might just pass on by. It's a stopping point. It's a reminder of things that we might forget. Things that, most importantly, we don't want to forget. Rituals can help us through our anxieties and connect to one another in social situations that might otherwise be uncomfortable. If we know the ritual of a particular activity, then we know what to expect. We know what behaviors are expected of us. We know what words to say. We know what actions to make. There's no guesswork there. We feel less anxious about messing up or committing a social faux pas. We know the ritual, so we're comfortable in the space. Often when we have mingling of places where rituals may be different, this causes issue. If anyone's ever had a marriage or a connection of families, then you may have experienced what happens when two families' holiday rituals collide. For example, what are you doing? Well, I'm opening the stocking. Why? Well, it's Christmas Eve. You do the stockings on Christmas Eve. No, you don't. You do stockings on Christmas morning. That's the first thing that you're supposed to do. That's the only thing that the kids can touch before the parents get up. What are you talking about? The stockings are for the cool, fun things that you can play with the night before Christmas. What are you doing? I'm carving the turkey, but we're not at the table yet. Well, of course, you have to have the turkey carved before you get to the table so that everyone can eat and not be worried about, cutting turkey and all that kind of gross stuff. No, carving the turkey is super important. We have to do it at the table so we can see the whole bird at once. So then we have to analyze why we are performing these rituals. What makes it important? Okay? And when we join rituals or we join observances, sometimes things don't work anymore. In our fellowship, we have people who come from a multitude of religious backgrounds. Some of us have experienced great pain in those religious places. Some of us simply realized they didn't fit. Some of us never had a religious home, but decided they wanted one. So religious rituals or the things attached to them simply aren't there. The problem comes when we want to attach our rituals to other people, or we want to attach our rituals to things that no longer serve us. A ritual that has no meaning anymore is hollow at best and hurtful at worst. Studying our rituals is crucial to our mental and social health and the growth of ourselves and our communities. We have, as a community, as a larger community, a country, a world, discovered things that were traditional, that were typical, that were allowed, that were forwarded. Traditions are rituals too, but they tend to sometimes lose the meaning a little quicker and just become prescribed actions with no purpose. The owning of people used to be a tradition. In most places, it's now something that we don't do. It's proven to be something that serves no one in a good way. Even the people who think they are served well by it are damaged irreparably by having participated in it. Other rituals may seem a little bit more mundane. Getting your coffee and sitting on the porch for a few minutes before you start getting ready for work. Making sure that you brush your teeth and look at everything in the mirror before you go to bed. For many people, the ritual of washing before bed is something that is no longer thought about until it is interrupted. Then it's remembered. In an agrarian society, things like the Butzemann or the scarecrow were vitally important. They provided an opportunity to show children what was going on with the land, to remind adults of the duties to their home and their property, and to also connect them to the land in a way that they were already connected through work, but now could be connected through religion, through spirituality, through a deeper connection to the earth and the universe as a whole. In moving to a more industrial society, a lot of these kinds of traditions fell away because they were no longer useful. If you don't have a garden, if you don't own property, if you don't have animals, if the seasons mean little in terms of whether or not you are proceeding out to work, then these kinds of rituals fall away. When we re-examine old rituals, sometimes they can become useful for us again. For many of us here at UUFF, the ecological concerns of our world are immense and a very important part of who we are. Joanna, I'm looking at you. So, being aware of what we do in the world, in the ecological world, and how the impacts that we are having on it are important. In doing so, being aware of the earth, its seasons, its cycles, can feel like a connection to something that is very important to keep us focused on a goal. Rituals can help keep us focused on a goal. They motivate us. They move us. I, for one, frequently do not clean certain parts of my house until ritual dictates that I'm supposed to do so. When was the last time you washed your windows in the upstairs? Okay. All right. So rituals help us remember things that we might forget. If a ritual doesn't serve you, then it doesn't serve you. However, just because a ritual doesn't serve you does not mean that it does not serve others. A ritual can be hurtful for you and still be meaningful and powerful for others. I was confirmed Episcopal in 1998 when I was in college, one of a many number of things. I loved the ritual of these high liturgical services, and Ash Wednesday is coming up. It's next week. Ash Wednesday services in Christian church typically involves lots of repentance and being reminded of how bad a person human people are at their root. I'm not Christian. I don't believe in anything like original sin. I love Ash Wednesday services. I absolutely adore them. Humans are ephemeral beings. We are here for a limited time. Many of us proceed as if we will be here forever. But we're not. Ash Wednesday services for me, as a non-Christian who believes neither in the divinity of the man Jesus nor the existence of internal sin, is potent because it gives me a chance to sit with other people and recognize my temporary humanness. Other people cannot sit in the same space and feel anything but pain and oppression. Both of those things are fine. What we can do is to say that ritual does not serve me. What we should warn against is saying that ritual doesn't serve me, so it's silly. And anyone who engages in it is ridiculous. Our Butzemann is a silly little stuffed person. He is stuffed They are stuffed. She is stuffed. Our Butzemann encompasses all of these things and none at the same time because it's a fabric doll. They're stuffed with plant matter from around our fellowship. Our children gathered those things today. Our older children crafted its clothes. Those things that they gathered were things that they found beautiful and amazing. A dead leaf, an old mushroom, a stick that looks really cool. Okay. What else?
Little bee's nest.
A little bee's nest. Probably a wasp nest kind of thing. Yeah. So our children today downstairs got to choose what they thought was really cool that they'd like to see more of on our property. Our older children made clothes for this thing, okay? Part of dressing something, making it part of your community and your family. It's tradition for Butzemann that you show them around the property. I do intend to leave a little bit early today if possible. Maybe not. But that is part of this ritual, is walking this Butzemann around our property. If you've never done so, maybe you'd like to join. There's a lot of it, actually. And then we will put it in its place as a reminder to us of the things that we have here and the things that we grow. The Butzemann will cease its existence at the end of the growing season, near Halloween-ish. And then we make a new one next year. This one will go away. Life is ephemeral. But the Butzemann also helps things grow. So at this time, I invite you to take that tiny piece of paper you were given and take a moment to think about things that you would like to grow. What do you want to put your energy into over the coming growing season? Not for the rest of your life, though it may continue after this, but for the next few months. Where do you want to put your energy? Where do you want to put your time? What do you think needs attention? Y-R-E, A-R-E. Your hair. Maybe driving lessons. Mental health. Or just yourself. You'll notice they're very small. There's going to be several of them in here. Those of you who are on Facebook, if you have something that you'd like to grow, please feel free to write it in the comments. We have somebody. Gina's going to scribe those for you. Try to keep it brief. The papers are very small. This growing season is a time for us to try new things. This is a new observance for us. Most of our observances start with the adults and filter their way down to the kids. This one started with our children. I proposed this idea to Stephanie and some other people. Our children were very excited about it. It's really cool. They all had a good time this morning being part of this. And we brought it to you. Our children are a vital part of this congregation. It's the most important thing we grow here. These are the minds that will proceed into the future when we're gone. How do we want to grow them? How do we want to grow ourselves? When you're finished writing on your tickets, there's a little bowl up here in the front. Jory's going to play us some music, and you can bring your tickets to go into the bowl. And then they're all going to go inside our Butzemann. All the things that you want to grow, we can grow together. We can help each other in this process. So let's put our ideas, our feelings, our important desires into our Butzemann and grow them. Jory, will you play us some music? Awesome. I would like to invite our older youth to come forward. Just come stand right here in the front. Because now is the important thing. We are going to share with you the Butzemann's name. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Crow. Thank you. You were prepared? No one ever is, Gabe. Not really. Our Butzemann's name is Crow the New. Every Butzemann takes the name from the one in front of it. But there isn't one in front of this one. There's a tradition for that. It's just the new one. It would be Crow der Nai, Crow the New. Next year, if we decide that this tradition serves our fellowship and our community, the new Butzemann will be, whatever its name is, of Crow. Crow will help us grow all these things. And next year, the new one will be made of those things. Let's examine our rituals. Let's examine what is serving us. Let's examine what is serving others. If we need to step away from that, if we can help them facilitate, if we can participate with them. Our congregation is growing. That's amazing. But growth comes with issues. Things tangle, roots clash with other things, plants fight with each other for resources. Growth is painful and difficult, but we can do it together. Thank you so much for this time.
All right, y'all. This is from our teal hymnal. Thank you, Melly. I always enjoy and learn stuff in your messages. Please rise if you're willing and able. Our teal hymnal, number 1058. Be ours a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple or space, its shrine the good heart, its creed or truth, its ritual works of love. Let's do it again. Be ours a religion which like sunshine goes everywhere, its temple or space, its shrine the good heart, its creed or truth, its ritual works of love. Nice. Thank you all. You may be seated.
Beautiful. Please join me in saying these words as we extinguish the chalice. We extinguish this flame, but not the light of truth, the warmth of community, or the fire of commitment. These we carry in our hearts until we are together again.
Cool service, Melly. Thank you. Just a few announcements today. Next week is choir. If you are interested, yahoo! Yes, if you're interested and haven't sung in choir before, please join us. We show up at 10 a.m. right over there, and we learn the piece for that week. And I am so excited to say that next week our speaker is Jory Costello. Yes, yeah, she'll be speaking about female musicians of the Civil Rights era. Performers of the Civil Rights era. So excited about this. One more announcement that comes with that. Because we will be quoting some lyrics, there will be some dirty words next week. Dirty words. But I'm certain, strong words, but I'm sure they'll be fitly spoken. For sure. Absolutely. Don't forget about your soup. Bring soup. I want to do this. I want us to do this for Seven Hills. I want to stock their pantry with hearty soups just like they need. Okay. And everything else you can read in your weekly email, and it's up here on the screen. Closing words, Melly. Thank you.
Our closing words today come from Max Coots in our gray hymnal here. Sorry, singing book. Sorry. When love is felt or fear is known, when holidays and holy days and such times come, when anniversaries arrive by calendar or consciousness, when seasons come as seasons do, old and known but somehow new, when lives are born or people die, when something sacred sensed in soil or sky, mark the time. Respond with thought or prayer or smile or grief. Let nothing living slip between the fingers of the mind, for all these are holy things we will not, cannot find again. Have a great Sunday, y'all.
Well, as everything that grows needs all the things, one of the things it needs is energy. Feel free to get up, dance, shake it, get some coffee and talk and commune with each other. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, return, return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the earth, the earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, oh. The earth, the earth, the earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the earth, the earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. The earth, the air, the fire, the water. Return, 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 return. Butzemann, the Butzemann, return, 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 return. The Butzemann, return, 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 return to the earth. To the earth. The Butzemann returns to the earth. The Butzemann returns to the earth. The Butzemann returns to the earth. The Butzemann is part of the earth. The Butzemann, return, 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 return. The Butzemann, return.